Hey, this is Scuffed Duffy Bonsai. I wanted to talk a little bit about the situation again. In this case, I'm out doing some photography for the 56mm lens I picked up. This city is not extremely populous, so compared to New York and places like that, definitely not. We can pretty easily go around to parks and things like that without running into a lot of people, but there are definitely some areas that are very busy that I've noticed. In this park, it's not busy, but the one across the street where there's a large street, you're probably hearing the cars, that one is a bike path and people walk on that a lot. I can see right now I don't see any people, but there are a decent amount. It's not as much as the last time I was around here, which was right at the beginning. Can go walk and you can go outside, but you want to do the 6-foot rule and things like that. Been driving around a little bit. I went to a few different places and took some photos of the streets. There are bugs around now, so I'm just noticing all the insects. There was a gap of time where I didn't go out much because I've been trying to follow the rules as best as I can personally. It was between where there were no insects and now there are insects around. Right now people are very into walking, very into running and jogging, which I think I understand it, and I think it's good for them to stay healthy and everything. But did they do it beforehand? Everyone says, I don't know, who knows? It's just kind of funny in a way. It is what it is. Like I said, in my area, it's not probably a huge deal because not so much over there, because that's not 6 foot between people going one way or the other. But over here, there's literally no one. I've seen a few people, and then I just kind of deviate when I get somewhat closer. If you have watched the channel for quite a while, my degree is in computer science, and I've been trying to do contract work for many years now. And I had one main company. I'm not going to go into specifics, like real details, but last year was bad. This year is bad. I finally got paid for one thing, and I don't expect anything much else from it. Maybe who knows? It's not something to really put much thought into. But right now, the channel, the photography, I'm just doing it more serious now. So technically what I'm doing right now is one of my jobs, and I enjoy it a lot, of course. I want it to see it grow more and more. So hopefully if you do enjoy my videos, that subscribe button, the bell, and whatever else, much appreciated. But I'm gonna try to invest as much time as I can into this channel while I am able and, financially able and things like that. But still, it's a really positive thing in my life for the photography. I've met so many people with it, with especially the cosplay side of things, that whole scene where there's a group of photographers, cosplayers, the conventions, which are all canceled. I was planning to go to one in May, at least a day, but I've cut back on those because they're expensive in general for the last few years. I just tried to pick certain ones. I go for a day or things instead of going for... Normally these conventions last for 1 to 3 days, usually, maybe even more, 4 or 5. A lot of the really serious people go to those conventions. They arrive on Thursday or even Wednesday sometimes. I mean, usually that's staffers and things, but definitely the larger conventions, people will do that for a large amount of time. So this stuff, cosplayers, even just convention goers take it really seriously. The photographers too. There are people that kind of go in the middle. I don't know if I should say this in my videos, but I have done some cosplay stuff as well over the years. Nothing extremely amazing, but I do have a different YouTube channel with some crafting stuff that I put to the side because with this YouTube partner program, there was, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 years back, they changed the rules. So channels with under 1,000 subscribers and under 4,000 watch hours per year are out of the program. They could reapply once they achieve that mark, but that channel has a decent amount of views. I think it dropped quite a bit since I haven't been investing much time into it, but it was close. It has reached over 1,000 subscribers, but the watch hours are not, so it's kind of a chicken and the egg scenario for that. It is up to everyone to be as careful as possible and not do unnecessary things when there are large groups, like playing basketball together or whatever. things like that where it's not necessary. You can still walk around by yourself, or maybe one or two people that live in the same household, not groups of friends, because that's congregating different areas together, which the spread, that's how the thing works, is people that haven't been around each other group up. I don't know. I should also thank all of the medical workers, all of the people doing restaurant stuff, people doing the supermarkets, especially people doing deliveries, which I've been buying things online a lot more. I haven't been to a supermarket and I can't even remember. It's been probably a few weeks. So I bought a decent amount of stuff at the supermarket before the mandates started happening, and then I start buying some dry goods and things online, because when they're shipped, it's just a box and it's not going to get damaged or anything, and in general I can clean it off when I get it. So what I do personally is I take the box with some gloves. I know this is probably extreme. Take the stuff out and wipe that down. Just thank all those people that you know that are in those things. They're taking risks. I know someone from back in high school, of course on social media, that he's worried about his situation. Well, not him specifically, but his family, because he's in those difficult areas and he doesn't want to spread it to them. So the post that I saw, he was contemplating if he needs to break off from them for now, which is difficult. I think he has one kid, and of course his wife. So I don't know, it's all around a difficult situation. But curious in the comments if you want to talk about your situation a little bit. Don't get into specifics, it's public. So, but anything you want to say, I'll be reading it. We'll get back to the photography with the 56. So far so good with it. I'll say in my video that I'm not using a lens filter, which I always use lens filters, and I don't usually use hoods. So I have the hood on to protect the lens, but no filter, just so I get the best quality out of this combination for the video as possible. But yeah, so far so good. I'm using the M5, not the M50. I was curious to see how the autofocus would be with the M5, because it is a little bit older than the 50. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Quick little talk. Scott Photography Bonsai. Thanks.